pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin. Subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game has veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? Close encounter of what kind?
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between our visitors and the Baltimore Ravens. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. Gets this up across the 20 to the 21 or 22. Did show some power on that run, breaking the tackle. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 21.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Rosen. It's complete to Williams. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Rosen just getting the snap off and 1. Escaping the pressure right. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. On play action, Rosen. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
And they will... not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. Safarian Jenkins has it. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
I think this one comes under the heading of sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because you and I both know coaches go crazy seeing their quarterbacks roll out, in this case to the right side, and try to throw it back into the middle of the field. He got away with one there.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Let's go, dude. Tighten up.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 16 at the Ravens' 45-yard line.
Score!
Now on 2nd and 16. Stick eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Off play action, it's Stick. Dancing to his left. He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he breaks through enough. There goes Mark Ingram. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 88 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
Take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Being chased down left. Going deep here from... Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off at the 19. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. From just shy of midfield, Jackson forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joey Bosa able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. This one complete to Ingram. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. On is the punter Cook, who sends it away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determine that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. On 2nd and 9. Stick flushed out right. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. Third down here.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground.
No! Hey, echo!
On third down, it's Stick. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Here we go. Check 26, check 26. Hey, Orville. Ready, go. Hey, ready.
1st and 10, Stick. Buying time to his left. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, you got there
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tim Williams coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A 5-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were able to push him backwards on first down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Jackson to throw. It's complete to Snead. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On third down, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 64 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Stick back to pass. Steps away to his left. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Here's Stick, 3rd and long. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
Here's Ty Long now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Jones. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and...
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Kenny Young in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Being chased out left. He's got it to Williams. And he will finally be taken down up at the 48. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now it's Taylor, forced out to his left. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Another try after the 1st down sack. Taylor, he's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Double time. Hey, 4 down.
And the third quarter starts with a run by Ingram. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Corey Liggett makes the stop.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Check 31. Check 31.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Joey Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Returning, it's Benjamin. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Here we go. 70. Indy. Leo. Get it.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. Past the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there by Gordon. 43 yards on the ground. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. This is Grant, and he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Get ready.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check.
Jackson to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Easy. Hard. 28. Mike, take off.
On 2nd and a couple. Jackson. Snead's got it. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Alert flare.
Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
A 53-yard.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Back now in Baltimore. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. There goes Melvin Gordon. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And now he'll tuck it and run. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Joey Bosa, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Jackson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Check 24. Check 24. What? Go.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Melvin Ingram able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11 at the Chargers' 12-yard line.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. Hey. 4 down.
Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11.
Mike 28.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Derwin James. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. He'll have a first down past the 40 and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 7th play in the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Grant. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
28. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Hey, switch gears. Switch signal.
Throwing now is Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. The sack cost them only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. One last shot for Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And that is going to seal it.